Yeah, absolutely. And what I was like about it, and what Marty was like at that. It was like, I never forget it might have been, we were doing this show in those days, just called Museum of Project Living Artists, but we had to play there because we couldn't play anywhere else. And Marty had a mic stand, it was like a mic stand, but he had only the mic stand, and it was a crazy gig. I was jumped, and all kinds of shit was happening. It was a crazy, and also at the end of the show, everything was cleared out, and then I couldn't find Marty, somewhere back in the dressing room somewhere, but I couldn't find out where. And all of a sudden I looked at his keyboard, and his keyboard was smashed up. Apparently he used the mic stand to smash it, and there was nothing but blood all over the fucking place. They played with his hands like this on top of broken keys. And I just followed the trail of blood. And there was Marty in the dressing room like, just fucking bleeding like shit, man, you know. And I know when we first did that book, we did a book, no emphasis, no whatever it is called. Suicide put out a book. I mean, somebody wrote about it, and I said, you got to use that as the opening of the book. No excuses. No, that's called something else. No give. We don't give in. Something about us not giving in.
No surrender.
No surrender. Something like that. No surrender. Or no something. And I said, you got to have that as the first thing, because that was the story of suicide, man. In my mind, just Marty, and me going nuts, whatever I was doing, but just that blood thing, you know, just Marty not knowing. He just took the thing, just like. He was so into it. It's like those Indian dances. They get so drunk and they just go nuts. And he just like, and then he just started playing with his fists. I know, because I used to see him. I could see he was playing with his fists, but I didn't see the blood at the time, and I didn't know the thing was broken. So at the end of the show, it was cleared out, and I'm looking at this thing and I go, holy shit! It's just the blood all over the fucking place, man. And then I saw the jagged keys, and then I could understand what was happening. And then I said, Marty, where are you? And I didn't get any answer. So I said, I just followed the blood. I literally followed the blood. I finally found Marty in the dressing room, like alone, and there's just blood all over the fucking place, especially on his hands. It's like, holy shit. And that to me sums it all up, in a way, in one encapsulating image of what suicide's all about. And I like to think we've kept it going, because there's been blood from me. I've been bleeding all over. I've been hit by chains. I've been punched at. I had a broken nose from skinheads in England. There's always shit flying. There's always like, I say, Marty, look out, 2 o'clock high. You know what I mean? There's always something coming in from somewhere. We've been hit by tables, by light bulbs, by beer bottles. You name it, we've been hit by it. And sometimes we've been hurt by it, you know. But yeah, people like scream at us. They go, I can't hear you. Louder, and they go louder. I'm sorry, I still can't hear you, just to get them nuts. Because I used to instigate riots. I wanted to instigate riots. I wanted to instigate a war, and take the abuse along with it somehow, and put up with it. You know, that's where I get the whole 2 o'clock high thing or whatever it was. You know, look out, Marty, it's coming in. And occasionally you get hit. I remember once in Montreal. Oh God. Was it Montreal? No, it was Toronto. There was a band opening up for us, man. He used to play with Iggy, the guitar player. He said, at the end of the night, we finished our show, and they were going nuts. And Marty just left the keyboard on. He just let it on and walked off, and I walked off, and they started throwing things at the keyboard at the end of the night. A barrage of bottles, shoes, everything on the stage, just hitting the keyboard. That was it. And so we like to, yeah. And that's what I like to see about New York. But I don't think they ever went as far as these other bands. As I said, they were always rock and roll to me. And even to this day, the idea that suicide can seem, you know, we're doing the first album, everybody seems going like, wow, that's the newest thing going. And I don't understand it, but I ain't here to understand anything. I just go, all right.